For all of you disaster restoration pros looking for the absolute best drying equipment to do your work, today's demo experience program is for you. We're going to showcase an innovation that will fit perfectly into your arsenal of drying tools. And to do this, I welcome Aaron Hynum, the Senior Director of Product Management with Phoenix Restoration Equipment. Aaron, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Glad to have you to talk about this innovation. So, to start off, let's just ask this quick, easy question. Tell us a little bit about Phoenix Restoration Equipment and what you do for the industry.
Sure. So Phoenix Restoration Equipment is one of two major equipment suppliers to the industry. We've been providing innovations in the equipment area and now the technology area for a number of years. For me, I'm Aaron Hynum, and I do new product development for Phoenix, mainly on the product side, but also I'm heavily involved with DryLink as the technology relates specifically to the equipment.
Sounds like a lot, and thank you for all you do for the industry. Today, we're here to talk about one specific innovation that you've been involved in. It's a
Yep.
product you're especially proud of. So I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about what that is. Tell us all about it.
All right. So today we're here to talk about the DryMAX XL Pro. This is a new dehumidifier from Phoenix, and it has a really interesting origins because we started off with the idea that we were going to replace the R250. And if you're familiar with the R250, it's an upright dehumidifier. It's been in the lineup for, 15, close to 20 years, and we wanted to refresh that product. Well, when we started looking at the product design, we just really couldn't come up with a good reason as to why you wouldn't make a horizontal dehumidifier. They're just better in every way. They're smaller, they stack nice. The one shortcoming that we couldn't seem to figure out in the beginning was going up and down stairs. Because if you look at our current DryMAX XL, which will be sunsetting out of the product line, that one is great, but if you have to go up and down stairs, it only has 8-inch wheels, so it's not good on stairs. So the main problem was to solve for a horizontal dehumidifier going up and down stairs. So that's what we've done with DryMAX XL Pro. It's fantastic. It has a fold-up handle that extends, and so what we found was that when you go up and down stairs with a normal size dehumidifier like the R250 or any other upright dehumidifier, all those handle heights are right at 42 inches. 42 inches is great for when you're normally walking around on level ground. But when you have to go up and down stairs, you wind up with your back hunched over and you're trying to keep your foot away from getting hit by the wheel as you pull that dehumidifier up and down the stairs. And that's something that we figured we could do better on, better than even a vertical design. So we came up with another handle position that would go up another 8 inches, the size of a stair, to put one more stair between your feet and the wheels. So on the XL Pro, you extend it up and you go up and down stairs, and it's actually better than an upright dehumidifier. And then once we had that handle design, we started thinking about, hey, this is kind of like a dolly. And really, why not make it so that our air movers stack and lock into the top of the dehumidifier so that when we're going in and out of a restoration job, we can bring 3 or 4 Air Maxes with us, or even more of our Focus 2. So the Air Max and the Focus 2 lock in and allow you to use that as a dolly when you're going in and out of a job site. So, and by the way, if I didn't mention, the unit has 12-inch wheels, so it can go up and down stairs and get over the bullnose. Then we started thinking about ways that we can incorporate our technology. And so on the DryMAX XL, that we had the first dehumidifier that was Bluetooth enabled, did data logging, and you could have an app and it would go to the cloud. And so that was pretty cool. But what we didn't have was for our asset tracking system. When you unplug the DryMAX XL, the power's off. So the blue, even though it has a Bluetooth radio, you can't use it for asset tracking. So what we realized was, hey, if we just put AA batteries on the board, we'll be able to power the Bluetooth radio, and you don't even have to buy an asset tracking tag. You can just put batteries in and it will work. So that was an advancement on the technology side. The next thing we did was we added a USB port. And why add a USB port? Well, we added it because if you're doing remote monitoring, you're going to need to power the dry phone in order to gather all the Bluetooth readings and send it to the cloud when you're not at the job site. And then we also realized when you fold down the handle, we just added a spot where you can lock it because some people were concerned that, hey, the dry phone, it looks like a phone, it might get stolen on a job site. So we offered a way for our contractors to be able to lock up the dry phone if they need to. So those are the ways that we added technology into it. And then we did one more innovative thing, which is we figured out a way to really increase the performance by quite a bit. And so we took the time to develop what's called microchannel coils and put those into our refrigeration system along with our 5 coil design. So the combination of the technology that we have, and we have patents on all of these, allows us out of this small box to get 140 pints per day. So you're getting more than even larger dehumidifiers that are uprights, but you're actually using less power. So we went down to 7.4 amps. So before you had an R250, it did get 135 pints per day, but it was 8 point, let's see if I get this right, 8.2 amps. And now we're at 140 pints per day and 7.4 amps. So more water, less power to do it. So that was also a big innovation. We also pay attention to all the details of like, for example, it doesn't just stack, it stacks better than the DryMAX XL. We have spaces for the wheels to really sit down and engage. And then side to side, it's stable. But also, if you stack two here and you put two behind it, front to back, it nests as well. So we think about every possible way that we can save space in the vehicles for the contractor. So those are all important parts of the new DryMAX XL Pro. Now it also comes with what was already in the DryMAX XL, which is the Bluetooth and the data logging and all of that. That's also in the unit as well. So I think if you get a chance to stop by at a trade show or maybe see it at whatever dealer you buy equipment from, it's pretty amazing. And I would really say try that stacking because we've already had customers say, hey, that's definitely how I'm going to deploy. I'm going to stack my Air Maxes up and I'm going to have my XL Pro and I'm wheeling into the job in one shot. So yeah, very excited about this product. And the way it interfaces with our asset tracking and our DryLink remote monitoring, it's pretty amazing.
Aaron, fantastic innovation. I have to ask this. There are a lot of dehumidifiers out there, and you've talked about the features, but if someone were to ask, how's it different from the competition? What would you say to that?
Yeah, I would say the main way that it's different is the form factor. So not only the size and the performance that you get out of that size, but the fact that it's a horizontal extra large, we're really the premier manufacturer that has a unit like that. And then just all the ergonomics that we build in, like I said, with the flip up handle and the Air Max that stacks on there, all those types of things mean, there's more revenue on your truck because you got more room to put things in. Your contractors are going to want to take, your technicians are going to want to take these units first because they're the easiest to get into the job site. And when you're on the job site, we're taking out more water and using less power. So it's, you can get more, especially if you're using the Focus 2, you got 1.1 amps for your air movers and you got a extra large dehumidifier at 7.4 amps. You can get more equipment on the job. So I think in all facets, I mean, from, the space savings to the usability and ergonomics to the actual power consumption, it's just better than competitive units in all those ways.
But I bet there's some backstories to the research and development process for the DryMAX XL Pro that you'd like to share with us. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. So I would say that, for us, what's really important and where we learn the most is when we have contractors interact with our products at an early stage. It's just that's where you learn details. If you make the unit and then say, "Ta-da, what do you think?" It's too late to change it, right? So what we like to do is get that input from the contractor, get that voice of customer in early before we've made the molds so that we can address things that they bring up. And some of it is just stuff where we're brainstorming, and really when we looked at it, we said, why are dehumidifiers vertical? Because they just take up more space that way, and I don't really see a lot of advantages. Well, then when we did the research on the one thing we could think of, which was going up and down stairs, we actually try to innovate and be better. And we did with the handle that goes up that extra spot to allow 50 inches to allow a stair between your feet and the unit itself. So, a lot goes into, making a dehumidifier. I mean, I would tell you on average, it takes 2 years. I mean, that's just about what it takes from the time that you're like, okay, we're doing this till the time when you launch. I mean, it's a long process. And if you don't get your voice of customer in there, um, I would say you're missing out. And that's a lesson we've learned over the years to make sure we get a wide variety of customer input along the way. I really do feel proud when I go to an owner and they tell me that their technicians take our products first, and I know why that is. It's because of the usability features that we built in. And, that's a good feeling to hear that from an owner.
I love the details, and you've mentioned stairs a couple times, and people need to appreciate, well, anyone that does the work understands that because we've all lugged stuff up and down stairs. Why don't you share with us some details on how those that want to learn more can get that information? You mentioned stop at a trade show, but perhaps they won't be at one. But how can we find out more about this
Sure. I
product?
mean, we definitely have, videos on our YouTube channel. We put out information on all our social channels. We definitely go to a lot of trade shows. We have distributors that will have these products on display and can demo it for you as well. So there are lots of ways. We're actually even, running our video ads on some of the streaming channels. So with some geofencing technologies where we can target our audiences. So you may see it that way. But really, if you can, it's one thing to watch a video, it's another to see it in person. It's pretty amazing. I'm proud of the work that we do here. I'm proud of our products and looking forward to see the reception in the marketplace for this one. And we're going to keep on innovating. We love doing it.
Well, Aaron, keep up the good work there at Phoenix Restoration Equipment, and your new dehumidifier and all the features it has is going to be a benefit to the industry. Thank you for this today.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if you get a chance, check out the new DryMAX XL Pro from Phoenix. Appreciate it.